to our podcast, the best sports podcast on the net today. Listen to the Breakdown Everything Mets. From off-season news, Mets trade rumors, in-game reactions during the season. You can now listen to our show Monday, Friday at 8 p.m., while also listen on weekends at 8 p.m. To learn more, check out our website at www.MetsXMFanZone.com. While don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and get back into the Mets groove all season long. Welcome to our podcast, the best sports podcast on the net today. Listen to the Breakdown Everything Mets. From off-season news, Mets trade rumors, in-game reactions during the season. You can now listen to our show Monday, Friday at 8 p.m., while also listen on weekends at 8 p.m. To learn more, check out our website at www.MetsXMFanZone.com. While don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and get back into the Mets groove all season long.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast. I am your host, Anthony Gennaro. We're here to give you guys all the latest breakdown of your New York Mets, give you guys Mets coverage, live streams, and more. If you guys love our shows, please always tweet, like, and subscribe. And we are live on Facebook, we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube, and we are also live on Twitter. If you guys love the show, make sure you guys tweet, like, subscribe. Also, if you're on YouTube, hit the bell icon so that way you never miss a moment of our live streams. Please do so by hitting the bell icon at the bottom of your screen on the right-hand side. It would mean a lot. It would definitely mean a lot if you share, like, and subscribe. All right. And plus, if you're on Facebook, hit that star button so that way you don't miss a moment of our Mets coverage. So let's go ahead. Let's talk Mets. We got lots of ground to cover here. We got a lot of stories to cover here on our show today. We got a look into the Mets could be possibly getting in Trey Turner. And breaking news on Andrew McCutchen. Andrew McCutchen is re-signed back with Pittsburgh. I mean, I don't really think that the Mets were going to get him anyway, in my honest opinion. I mean, even though wouldn't he have been a pretty good alternative outfielder for the Mets? I think so, in my honest opinion. But when I was listening to all the people down chattering down in Port St. Lucie, they were like, nah, he doesn't even have a shot. He's not even coming here. So, I mean, with that being said, I think that moving forward here, they got a good possible chance in getting maybe two other guys, maybe like a Trey Mancini or Tommy Pham. Those are names that are being pushed out there, and I mean, I wouldn't be upset if the Mets really want to go for Tommy Pham. But, I mean, Billy Epler was very interested in Andrew McCutcheon. I think he would have been a really good part of that depth out in the outfield. And we did know that the Mets were gonna try to maybe make a move in that aspect, but we do know that Andrew McCutcheon is 36 years old and perhaps being motivated into the Pirates. I mean, I in my honest opinion, I didn't really see that the Mets were gonna try to make that move. I mean, they could have. I mean, for McCutcheon, I mean, he did play for the Pirates in 2009. I mean, he ended up playing for them in 2018. So I mean, and really in 2022, I mean, Andrew McCutcheon did play for the Milwaukee Brewers. He did play 3 years with the Philadelphia Phillies. He's a 5-time All-Star and 4-time Silver Slugger Award. I mean, Golden Glove Award in 2022. In 2012. I mean, we know on how big of a resume he has, and we could possibly, it could have been a move. It could have been a move that the Mets could have done, but they didn't get the job done. Pittsburgh ended up re-signing him. So, I mean, am I mad about it? No, because there's so many guys out there that the Mets could possibly get. Like I said, Tommy Pham, maybe Trey Turner. To me, I feel that Trey Turner doesn't make any sense for the Mets, in my honest opinion, because, again, like I said in yesterday's showing, you don't want to put a guy from a second baseman to an outfielder or from a shortstop to a third baseman. There's no logical sense in any aspect of that. So, I mean, if the Mets really wanted to try to go to an alternative route, Tommy Pham could be a really good addition. He did bat .270. He had 78 home runs and 140 plate appearances. I mean, I think he would have been a really good alternative. So, I mean, we could have a discussion of this and discuss about this, but I think, by far, I think the Mets are doing it right. Let's not get too hasty with them just yet. And I think that in my honest opinion, I think the Mets are doing it right. So I'm not upset in any way, shape, or form. So, I mean, could we go with a Tommy Pham? I don't know if I'm too confident in him. I think I think the news likes to just post up guys. Us Met fans like to just rope guys out there. I mean, what can we do, really, honestly? Can we just Stop the nonsense. Stop throwing guys out there. What do you want? Every guy? As much as I love it, I would love to have every guy, but we can't. Just doesn't work like that. And the Mets are considering and looking at Tommy Pham. Now that Andrew McCutcheon is completely off the books, and he's a guy that the Mets are not, has that also a good outfield. He is a pretty good outfielder. I mean, could the Mets really possibly add Trey Mancini, who played for Buck Showalter in Baltimore? Mancini is only 30 years old. I mean, granted, he might have missed 2020 with colon cancer, but he was traded. He was traded from Baltimore to Houston in the middle of last year. I mean, he did struggle, but I mean, beyond that, I feel that he can be a really good package. My guess is the Mets could go after Adam Duvall. Now, we know on how good he played for Atlanta, but could the Mets try to possibly wiggle in there? I could see that, and I wouldn't be too upset about it. And in this mess of what the Mets are trying to do, the Mets did pick up today and acquire to a minor leaguer, Luis De La Cruz from the Orioles today, and that was in a trade with McCann. That was put in that mix. So I mean, what do we know about this guy? He's 20 years old. He plays the outfield. He's from the Dominican Republic. He spent last season with the Orioles in the Dominican Summer League. They said he does hit for power. He does play pretty decently. He's good offensively and he's good defensively. So could he be a guy that's probably going to be in the minors? We'll see what we get out of him. But he is invited to spring training, so you'll definitely see him on TV. That's for sure. But talking about spring training, to let you guys know that I will be at Port St. Lucie February 18th. I'm going to be doing a meet and greet. We're going to be doing a live podcast also as well. If you guys would like to come and meet me, come say hello, please feel free to do so. Free. Don't ever worry about ever paying for it. It is free when you come and see me. I'm going to have a little table outside the stadium, so I'll be talking all Mets news and possibly get some interviews with some of the players down there. We're going to try to get some. But also, we want to thank SB Sports Athletics for sponsoring our show today. They sponsor all Mets merchandising, and also you can get any of the gear that you see behind me on our website by going to MetsXMFanZone.com/shop. Everything on the shop is always 50% off, and you can never miss a moment of any of your players. Any players that the Mets get, we'll always have, and you'll always see it behind me in the show. So, going on that. That's a really good note, because we're getting a new product in tomorrow from SB Sports Athletics. They're supposed to give us they're like Met tie-dye shirts, and they're I don't want to say for Mets or for girl fans or for guys. I mean, I think they're for both, but he contacted me today and told me, hey, we got some new product for you guys. Why don't you, promote it to the show? So figured I'd do that. So these shirts are going to be super cool. And tomorrow's show, hopefully, we'll have that product for you guys. Also, I was talking to you guys before about Tommy Pham. So I have here, and I pulled up his stats. So Tommy Pham last year he had 25 home runs. He batted for 278. and 4 steals. No, I mean, I don't know. He's okay, I guess. He had a whipping an OP on base percentage at 686. I mean, they said it's the lowest of his career, but I mean, he could be a Mets consideration. If I'm not mistaken, he played for Boston. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if the Mets try to do that. I mean, I do like Tommy Pham, but I don't know if I really would go with a fourth outfielder. I mean, I would be an optimistic type of guy where I would say, okay, if you really want to go for a fourth outfielder, get a bigger bat. Don't go for pitter-patter players. I think that's kind of what the Mets are doing, because I think what the Mets are trying to do, in my honest opinion, they don't want to make big signs, because I think they're going to go out and get a big bat next year. Now, the guys that are up for grabs could be Manny Machado and Ohtani. Now, could the Mets do that? I think it wouldn't make any sense to me on Machado, because I don't think Machado is going to want to come here to New York. But what I honestly do believe, that Ohtani will be in New York. And I think Ohtani's going to be a really good player. I mean, I think he'll be really good for the Mets. He's got a good bat, and he can pitch. So, I mean, in that aspect, I think the Mets could get a steal there. And I really do believe he is a good player. So, I mean, we get to see on that. If you guys are watching this show, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. We are going to be taking some Q&As tonight. Probably not a lot, but we'll try to take enough. And then we will go to social media. For some odd reason, I don't know why, we're having some issues on Facebook. I gained a lot of feedback here. You guys are asking what's going on with my Facebook feed. And I do apologize if we're not getting the Facebook feed. And I don't have my producer with me today, so she's not with me on this broadcast. So normally she fixes these things. But we are live on YouTube, and we are live on Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram, for once. I would say for once we're live on Instagram. We always have issues with Instagram. And let's go into some other Mets news. Okay, so here we have the schedule here for opening day this year. Somebody asked me last night, do we have a team that the Mets are playing for opening day? So the Mets are playing the Miami Marlins at 4:10. That's on opening day. That's at Citi Field. So it will be Miami at 4:10. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, it won't be at Citi Field. It will be in Miami. The Mets versus Miami Marlins at 4:10. So, okay. Wanted to be able to get you that. Okay, and also, if man, I'm like completely like ruffled on this broadcast. We don't have a producer, but yeah, let's go with, let's see what we got here. I have all my show notes in front of me. It'd be nice to read them. Okay, so the Mets. This is what so the Mets are in contact with Trey Mancini. That could be a move that the Mets could end up getting. Even though now with Carrera not signing with New York Mets, he did re-sign with the Minnesota Twins, 6 years, $200 million. Which, okay, I'm not broken up about it. I really do like that the Mets ended up keeping Escobar, keeping Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty is your future third baseman for the Mets, but you also have Escobar. So I don't know what the role is for Brett Beatty this year. Could he be playing third base? Could Escobar be DHing? So, there's a lot of things that are completely up in the air right now. So, with the Mets actually, starting to try to get bats and get a bigger bat, they got a lot to work with. And they also got a lot of flexibility, too. They got a lot of good minor leaguer guys, which you're probably going to see in the next 2 or 3 years. So, Ronnie Mauricio, I think he's going to be really good. He's a big, tall, lengthy guy. I wouldn't play him at short because he's... you got Francisco Lindor playing shortstop. So, he could be a good outfielder for you. Good left fielder, in the future. I would start building him up now because, he's got a couple of years anyway under his belt. He's not going to be here right away. But he is a good prospect, 100%. Let's see. Also, just to let you guys know, tomorrow we're going to do a breakdown of all the games. We're going to be doing a breakdown of the teams tomorrow. Also, at 12 o'clock noon hour tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing you guys our website. We did some major updates to it. So I'm going to do a whole show and show you guys how to get to our streams, how to get to the plans when the season starts. Any questions that you guys might have for me, we'll be able to do so. Spring training is free, so everybody can see all spring training games for free on our website at MetsXMFanZone.com. All of our shows will be uploaded right after we go live, and plus all the platforms that you see above you, all here. Spotify, Apple Podcast, Iheart Radio, Amazon Music. You guys can listen to all of our shows on our platforms. They're all right up on top. And plus, we're always live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Okay. So the Mets are going to announce Luis de la Cruz tomorrow. We are hearing, so it could make a really good addition coming into the Mets. And also to let you guys know too that the Mets could be landing Trey Turner, so that could also be a move that the Mets could also do too. So not really much to really talk about in tonight's broadcast, really, but tomorrow we got a lot. But also the Mets are also eyeing in Zach Britton, which I didn't mention. I forgot to mention about that. He could also be a guy in the back end of the rotation. He could be good there for us. I do like him. He was a Yankee. I saw what he was able to do as a Yankee. So, he is a veteran reliever. He could very well reunite with Buck Showalters. He did play for Buck. And I believe Zach Britton was Baltimore Oriole, if I'm not mistaken. So, he could very well rekindle his marriage with Buck and go back. So I think what we are seeing here is a lot of, veterans that are popping into the club. I think a lot of guys that could very well be. Plus, this team is really good. So I'm not I'm not going to be upset. I like a backup. So that way, God forbid something does happen, you always have backups to really secure this team. But we could really see guys coming into this team like Ohtani, maybe Mookie Betts, maybe Nolan Arenado, maybe Josh Donaldson, which I don't really think so. And obviously, those could be potential guys, trade-wise, if the Mets are going to, try to do a trade there. I mean, what can we honestly pick that would really suit this team well? But a lot of people say that Ohtani. I would say Ohtani. I've seen coverage on Ohtani. I like Ohtani. I think Ohtani would make a really good fit for the Mets. Where would you? Would you put him as another outfielder? Could you very well, make him as your DHer? Obviously, you're going to pitch him if you're going to bring him in. So, he has good assets. So I think he would make a really good addition to this ball club. I was reading the comment just a few moments ago. Somebody was asking me, what's the deal on Keith Hernandez's contract? Excuse me, sorry. They were asking me, what's the deal on Keith? So I don't know exactly what's going on with Keith Hernandez. I think Keith is probably going to maybe resign with the SNY crew. So I really don't know just yet. But I will definitely keep you guys posted on it. So yeah, I will definitely do that. I want to thank you guys for watching here in the show. We're going to end tonight. So please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to miss a moment of our live streams, because when we go live, you guys do get push notifications when we do go live on our show. I want to thank you guys for watching here tonight. Sorry we don't have enough coverage for you guys tonight. Next time, I need my producer. I love her. It's a good show. Thank you guys for watching here tonight, and we'll see you guys in the next one.